to the Colts on Monday night.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. Brandon Gaughan alongside my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, for as much as the defender in you probably hates to hear it, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Small. They'll get this out to Lynch, complete. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They'll send the receiver in motion left. Throwing on 3rd and long. Small. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quentin Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Taking it about the 36. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. On 1st down, Stern. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing on 1st down. Stern. He finds his man. Complete. That's Davidson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This defense for the Steelers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. He'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw. Small. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Maxwell. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Steelers at 11-2 now, and I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. On 2nd down, it's Maxwell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stern. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on 3rd down. Stern. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. On 1st and 10, Stern. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
2nd down and 3.
They'll try the left side. Davidson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st down, Stern. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. The Steelers' 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Stern. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
Touchdown, Colts!
Michael Pittman. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
In motion left comes Williams. Looking to throw on second down. Small. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. On third down. Small. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. Off the play fake. Stern sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Off play action. Small. Rolling to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The slot man in motion right. To throw on 3rd down. Small. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they take a 17-14 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it, a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. The toss here completed to Pittman. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Small. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jamison Williams, 51 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Stern. He finds his man. Complete. It's Davidson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Davidson. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 33. Able to slither by. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw on 2nd down. Small. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
Okay, ready?
And he spikes it to stop the clock. And now if they choose, they'll have a chance at maybe a long field goal try here just before the break. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will do it for this first.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Davidson.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stern. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and
1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. T.J. Watt coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Stern. And he will slide down with a good gain. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Warner
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
And his kick is indeed good, and that gets him back within 10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's give the ball back for us.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Small. And this one too low. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Small. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now they're in the hurry-up.
13 yards. And the Steelers first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 1st down. Small. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. An option handoff given to Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Slot man moves right. Back to throw. Small.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, this could start getting a little more interesting.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Off play action. Stern. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
He's going to take another shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown!
Jamison Williams.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down, Steelers.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Small. He finds his man. Complete. It's Lynch. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
On third down. Small. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. To throw on second down. Stern, wide open receiver, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Stern. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw again.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On 2nd down now, it's Davidson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Davidson, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now they'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Small toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On 1st and 10, Small. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Colts are right back in this football game.
Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Stern. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. Maxwell
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
And quickly, they get to the line. Second and 6.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
To throw on 3rd down. Small. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Yeah, he's got it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Illegal touching. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
On 3rd and 2, Stern. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
Stern's pass intercepted by the Steelers.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Small. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Stern. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davidson.
And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
Throw left side complete. That's Davidson.
And he will hustle out of bounds. That stops the clock. But, boy, that's just a very minimal gain. And also, keep in mind, it's 4th down.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Let's go now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had them? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for the Steelers, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.